Narcissistic hypnotic labeling. Narcissists love to label people because they just love the idea that somebody's getting written off. They love to see somebody getting written off so that they can just come in and just do what they want and nobody's ever going to find out it was them, that they're the narcissist, that they're the flow jackal. At the end of the day, they want to be able to take advantage of you and have the easiest amount of time doing it. So, with that said, there's also a second plan. They like the idea that if you get caught up with the label and you're really worried about it and you're sensitive to it, you're going to have like a war with yourself. You know, you're going to be in inner turmoil. And that's going to cause you to be distracted, and then they can come into your life and just take what they want. All right, so how do you fight the inner turmoil of it, which is the most important part? This is how you fight a label. All right, this is how you fight inner turmoil. First of all, the reason why you have such a hard time with labels is that they aren't fair. And again, I always say anything that's unfair causes thought. It's thought provoking because you can't come to a logical conclusion about it. Your body is set up, your mind, who you are, you're set up to avoid pain and move towards pleasure. So if something's causing you pain, you're going to try to figure out how to not get that pain anymore. But if it's unfair and there's no logic behind it, then your mind just goes in circles and it's just a thought-provoking thing. You ruminate, and so you get stuck, you know. So with that being said, it's easy to obsess about it. It's easy for you to start obsessing about a label. And there's like the answer in that. The problem is the obsession over the label. It's not the label itself. And that's not entirely true. The problem is the stress that causes you to obsess about the label. So you get mistreated, and then you go like you think about it so much, and then you start thinking about what they called you, and you worry about, oh, maybe is it true? Is that what they call? Is this all true? So then you start battling with yourself, and you can't win the battle because it's obsession versus your willpower. Your willpower will tire. As long as you have a reason to be obsessed about something, you'll never tire. And what's the fuel of obsession? The fuel of obsession is stress. The fuel of willpower is like your actual physical fuel. You need sleep. So you're eventually going to tire. As long as you're being stressed out, you're going to tire before you actually stop being stressed out, because as long as you allow it to stress you out, then you're going to keep it going. It's going to be a vicious cycle. So you can't beat it with your willpower. So it's a mental shift from the label and fighting the label by saying, no, I'm not this. No, I'm not this. To focusing on the stress that's causing you to obsess. And once you remove the stress, then you remove the obsession, and then you no longer have to fight with yourself. And once you get past the inner turmoil of that's causing all this, right? The only thing that matters now is just the outer battle. How do you handle somebody putting a label on you? People, they walk around, they might say it under their breath or whatever. You just say, okay, so I am this. So what? And it's that simple. Or I am this. What are you going to do about it? That's simple. That's all it takes. And now you've taken all their power away. Now they might try to, laugh or ha 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 ha, because they ain't gonna know what to say once you say that. But now the battle's over. The battle's over. Now they have to find a new label, and really you want to just be focusing on structuring your life so that you don't have to have that same stressor that's causing you to obsess. That's the main thing. Once you start taking the stress out of the game, you beat pretty much everything. So it could be as simple as removing that person from your life, or moving out, like, away from that person, or learning how to make it where you're not as susceptible to it, or telling on them, or whatever you have to do to start removing that stress, even if it's just working out, something that's completely under your control. You know, you just lower your stress, and now you basically you beat their label, and you're starting to control your life again. And that's all I got. um Make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a like, please subscribe, please subscribe, please, please, please. And peace, man. Have a good day.